So welcome back to Crooked Hooking, everybody. It is great to see you. First and foremost, I just wanted to say to all of you brand new subscribers, welcome to the channel. Today we are doing a brand new airplane. It's the remote control Motion RC B-24. So I hope you guys really enjoyed that. We're going to do a little showcase for it. If the weather holds nice, we're going to also include the C-130. Maybe not do a cargo drop. I don't know. It all depends on what the wind's going to do. But if you do like today's video, go ahead, drop a like, drop a comment down below. Also hit that subscribe button. I really hope you guys enjoy, because this is going to be one hell of a badass plane. Alright, here we go, everybody. Hope you enjoy. So this is the Motion RC B-24. It's a really awesome airplane to fly. Rather simple. Nice 4-engine airplane. And it's just a dream to fly. It can actually handle the wind quite nicely as well as smooth air, but you have to be really careful because it has a rather long wingspan. So that little bit of wind gust will make the airplane try to flip over. So you have to use your rudder on every turn, only when you're in a high wind situation. Now this airplane actually is a pretty cool airplane to set up. It doesn't really take too long to get flying. It is a plug-and-play airplane. So basically you just have to order the radio, the receiver, and the batteries. I use the Admiral 14.8 volt 4,000 milliamp batteries for it. The airplane calls for 2 of them that operates off of the both batteries, and they can be kind of expensive. So what I do is I just save what I can, and then I'll go ahead and order the next set. The nice thing about them is it does not take long to charge at all. It takes maybe about an hour or less per battery, so it doesn't take long at all to get the airplane charged up and ready to go. Now it does call for a 6-channel radio as well as a receiver. I use the Spectrum series radios. It's a 6-channel DX6E is my radio. It works pretty nice for me. There's really no issues at all for it. I like it quite a bit, so it actually does some wonders for me. It allows me to have retracts, flaps, with different settings for the flaps, so it works pretty nice. And if you want, you can rig up the ball turret, which also has a wire, and if you hook it up to a servo, you can actually move the ball turret in the front or on the top of the fuselage to spin around as if it were to mimic somebody actually working the ball turret itself. Now this airplane is painted in the Witchcraft paint scheme, so I'm going to go ahead and do just a brief intro to the real airplane as well as a picture, so that way you guys can really get the feel of what you're flying. I like to try to fly as scale as possible, so I like to try to fly just like the real airplane. Obviously it's a model, so you can't get the full effect, but with the motion and all, I like to try to get it as scale as possible. So let's get into a little bit of the history about the Witchcraft airplane. So just some really cool facts about the actual airplane. It's the B-24 Liberator. It has a wingspan of 110 feet. The length is about 67 feet 8 inches long, and it stands about 18 feet tall. So it's really not too tall as far as the airplane goes. Empty weight is about 36,500 pounds with a max weight of 65,000 pounds with all of its armament and all. It operates off of 4 12,000 horsepower Pratt & Whitney R1830-65 engines. You can't go wrong with those radial engines. And it has an armament of 10 50 caliber machine guns, up to 8,800 pounds of bombs that it can carry. Now it operates off of a 10-man crew, and it can go to about a max speed of about 290 miles per hour with a service ceiling of about 28,000 feet, almost like what commercial airliners fly today. They go up to about 40,000, and it has a range of about 3,000 miles. So it can go almost coast to coast from the US. So the original B-24 Liberator Witchcraft aircraft was built back in 1944 with its combat service starting on April 10th of 1944. Now it only flew for about a year in operational service. In April 25th, 1945, it flew its last mission by the 467th Bomber Group, and after It flew its last mission in April of 1945. It came back to the United States, as most aircraft do, and it was eventually shipped off to the scrapyard in October of 1945. So that's the real B-24 Witchcraft airplane. It only served a year basically in operational service before it was ripped apart and sold for scrap.
Pas de soleil, pas de soleil.